One core trait in every dog is its ever-forgiving nature. That's probably the most valuable thing in a dog, and it's also its biggest pitfall, because we have dogs here who've been horribly hurt by human beings, and yet all they want to do is find somebody else to love.
Around the world, strays, mutts, and street dogs are victims of stigma. In Costa Rica, Leah Battle is trying to change that story. She runs the Territorio de Zaguates. It's a lush haven for stray dogs to either be adopted or to live out the rest of their days.
Territorio de Zaguates stands for Land of the Mutts. My name's Leah Battle, better known as Crazy Dog Lady, I guess. I started Territorio de Zaguates partly because I've always loved animals, all animals. But it wasn't in my plans. It wasn't like I set out to do this. The need for this, I think all over the world, is because there's a huge stigma around a dog that doesn't have a breed. They'll let mutts wander on the streets, or they'll actually toss them on the streets because they're not breed dogs. The solution isn't euthanizing a dog. The solution is make sure it's not born in the first place. Once it's here, do something good for it. Find a home, or if not, at least offer him a place where he can be in peace and happy.
Keeping Territorio up and running is no easy feat. They eat $500 a day in food alone. Leah has to work a full-time job to keep all the dogs fed and healthy.
Territorio stays about partly through miracles, I think. Keeping this afloat is a huge task. It's a labor of love. You can't pay someone to care for an animal truly, to remember their names, to be gentle to them.
While this place is a dog heaven, nothing beats getting adopted by a loving family.
I'd say it's like kids at kindergarten. They love their friends at school, but oh, they all want to go home to mom and dad.
You can't really call me a crazy cat lady. I'm obsessive. I would rather have 800 cats than another man. I don't need a man in my life. Been there, done that, bought the t-shirt. New.
Kitty, 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 kitty. Floyd, come on, cricket.
This is called the Cat House on the Kings. It's a 12-acre, no cage, no kill, sanctuary, rescue, adoption center, and we also do a lot of spays and neuters.
Oh, come here, cricket. Come on.
We have close to 800 adults and 300 kittens on the property as we speak. It wasn't like I planned, hey, I think I'll have 1,000 cats. What a novel idea. It wasn't like that. I thought, well, there's always room for more. They're gonna kill this one. We have way too many cats. So this was my house. You can see that it's an extremely large house.
So you had to give up your home for these cats?
I tried for about 16 years to make it work, but it wasn't okay having 60-something in my bedroom. One night, they threw up in my ear, and that was when I moved. All 4,200 square feet is theirs. That's why we call it the Cat House. We have saved over 28,000 cats in 24 years. We have a staff now of about 45. You have to be very on top of the job because you have a lot of cats that you're responsible for. No point in rescuing them and taking them in if you can't take care of them. You know, this is not normal. People would, after a while, would say, well, you know, I think I've done this enough. I think I'll go have a life now. I think I'll go travel. Nope, not me. Daphne, look this way. Daphne, come on, I want you to be on TV.
அவங்க பறக்கிறதுல ஒரு ஆனந்தம் நம்ம என்னதான் வச்சு வளர்த்தாலே அதில் கிடைக்காது அவங்களுக்கு.
In Chennai, India, there's a tiny camera repair shop run by a man named Joseph Sekar.
ஆனால் அந்த சேகர்ன்றது போயிடுச்சு. இப்போ வேர்ல்டு வைஸ் வந்து பேர்ட்மேன்ன்ற ஒரு
Sekar got his nickname because every day he feeds thousands of hungry parakeets on the roof of his home.
இதுக்கு எந்த மோட்டிவேட்டிங் கிடையாது. அதாவது நம்மள மாதிரி அதுவும் ஒரு உயிர். நமக்கு எப்படி அப்பா அம்மா இருக்கிறாங்களா அவங்களுக்கெல்லாம் நாம தான் அப்பா அம்மா மாதிரி. அதனால் அதுங்களுக்கு ஒரு உயிர்.
The 2006 tsunami that hit Southeast Asia flooded parts of India and displaced thousands of birds. Sekar noticed a pair of parakeets outside of his home and set some rice out for them. Then more started to show up. And well,
இப்போ இந்த ஃப்ளட்டு வந்தப்போ சென்னையில் ஃப்ளட் அப்போ ஏறக்குறைய ஒரு 8,000 parakeets வந்திருக்கு.
feeding 8,000 parakeets twice a day is a great expense. Sekar spends about 40% of the money he makes from repairing cameras buying food for the birds.
என்னுடைய வளர்ச்சியை பொறுத்து தான் அவங்களுடைய சாப்பாடு.
But for the birdman of Chennai, there's more to life than money.
பணம் தான் வாழ்க்கை இல்லைம்மா. பணம் தேவை தான். பணமே வாழ்க்கை இல்லைல்ல. பணம் ஒவ்வொரு மனிதனுக்கு தேவை. ஆனால் தேவைக்கு மீறிய சில பேர் பணத்து மேலே ஏன் இப்படியெல்லாம் ஆசைப்படுறாங்கன்னு ஒன்றும் தெரியல. ஏதோ ஒரு உயிரினங்களுக்கு, ஏதோ ஒரு மனிதர்களுக்கு எதுக்குன்னா ஒன்று உதவி செய்யணுன்ற மோட்டிவ் தான்மா இது காரணம். என்னுடைய காரணமே அதுதான். எல்லாம் ஒவ்வொருத்தருக்கு ஏதோ ஒரு முடிஞ்ச அளவு உயிரினங்களுக்கு, எந்த உயிரினங்களுக்காக மனிதனுக்காக இருந்தாலும் சரி, உயிரினங்களும் எதுக்காக இருந்தாலும் ஒரு உதவி வருது ஒன்றும் ஒரு இது இல்லை. அது உதவணுன்றது தான் என்னுடைய மோட்டிவ்.
Mucha gente me decía que estaba loco porque proteger animales que no valían la pena, pero sí vale la pena, pues están evolucionados esos animales de ser unos animales prehistóricos, de ser de 20 metros de largo, ahora son 2 metros de largo, entonces es algo que yo me siento de orgullo con esos animales. Mi nombre es Ramón Medina Archundia, soy propietario del iguanario aquí en Manzanillo Centro. Con esos animales inicié hace 41 años. Yo me identifico con los animales más desprotegidos. La gente en ciertos momentos los utilizaba para consumo humano y para uso de pieles, cintos, zapatos, carteras. Las estaban extinguiendo los animalitos esos. Desgraciadamente todavía hay gente que las mata por gusto. Trajimos pocas especies, en su momento trajimos unas 40 iguanas, de ahí se han ido reproduciendo en los 40 y tantos años que tenemos con ellas. En tiempo de calor el animal come aproximadamente unos 300 kilos a 350 kilos de comida diario. Y en temporada de frío el animal come muy poco porque entra en temporada de apareamiento, de reproducción. Son 2 ciclos de vida que llevan ellos. Mi familia me ha apoyado bastante a mí en este proyecto que es muy difícil porque es de todos los días. No puede uno decir que hoy no voy a limpiar, no voy a darles de comer. Para mí son parte de mi familia. Me da lástima cuando se me muere algún animalito. Siento tristeza porque los animales son parte de mi vida. Las quiero, me quieren ellas también. Tenemos que rendirle cierto respeto a esos animales, no dejar que se extingan, que vayan a extinguirse los animales, que sigan ellos todavía produciéndose para que la gente y futuras generaciones vean esos animalitos.
Okinoshima Island is a short 12-minute ferry ride from Hiroshima region of Japan. While the sandy and palm-lined beaches are perfect for holidaymakers, the island draws crowds for a different reason. Rabbits. Lots of them. And how they got there is a mystery. Between 1929 and 1945, the Japanese army secretly produced over 6,000 tons of poison gas on Okinoshima Island. Some believe the current rabbits are descendants of those brought to the island to test the gas, but the current director of the Poison Gas Museum insists these bunnies have nothing to do with those from the World War II era. So where do they come from?
いろんな、この島のウサギについてはいろんな諸説があるんですけども。
One theory?
ここに最初に連れてこられたのは1971年に、地元で飼っていた、地元の小学校で飼っていたウサギが飼えなくなってこの無人島であった島に蜂は持ってきたというふうに言われています。
So those rabbits were released, and with no real predators, they bred like rabbits. And yet another theory?
ウサギはあまり大きくないし可愛いしということで観光地になった時にウサギを飼い始めた。それが今大久野島でたくさん増えてですね、で観光客を喜ばしてます。そういう状況がありますね。
Either way, this new generation of feral rabbits has the run of the land, and they're creating a new story separate from the sordid past of Okinoshima Island. An island once known for death is now known for possibly the cutest thing ever: bunnies.
Nung una ito, dalawa lang sila. Dumating ang mga taon hanggang sa 2010, umabot na sila ng 80,000 pesos. Ako si Edie Macoy Esparis. Nakatira po ako dito sa Balin sa Sayaw House.
Okay, before we go any further, this is a swiftlet. It's a small brown and black bird whose nests are a highly sought-after delicacy. Here in the Philippines, people eat them in a soup called, bird's nest soup. Typically, these nests are found high up on cliffs, super hard to get to.
Nagbibinta ako, maabot ng 10,000 noon pa, at 20,000.
So when these birds moved in, Eddie didn't kick them out. Instead, he gave them half his home.
Nang nagsimula silang tumira dito, 1993, doon sila sa first floor ng ating bahay, doon sila nakatira, isang kwarto sila. Nest nila, sa bungaga nila, hindi nalabas, parang salayba. Kasi tigas yan ng epoxy. Pag binabad mo ng 10 minutes or 20 minutes sa tubig, nagiging parang sagu.
So they boil it, add some veggies, a bit of meat, and voila! Bird's nest soup.
Pero ang sabi nung nakakain, ang epekto, kaya sa akin, nakakain ako ng epekto, lalakas yung katawan mo. Problema lang dito sa amin, yung hindi nyo napapansin or nila, yung amoy nung kwarto nila. Kasi para daw mentol or Vicks na pumapasok sa ilong, ang iba hindi kaya.
Understandably so. Some people, they just can't appreciate the smell of 80,000 birds worth of droppings. But Eddie and the Swiftlets have an arrangement.
Ang relasyon namin ng ibon, sa friend na lang kami kasi nandito naman sila nakatira sa bahay. Parang borders. Binabayaran din nila ang pagtira nila dyan.